Hey everybody, this is Crowder. I have the wonderful news, the great privilege of telling you I have a new record coming out, and it's called American Prodigal. How fun! Listen, this is like the second one. I can't believe it. It had like the neon steeple thing, and now we have American Prodigal. I mean, in the songs, they make me so happy. They make my head nod and bob, and then my mouth, I smile. Like I can't even tell you about it without smiling a little bit. They're so fun. I can't wait for you to hear them. Here's the deal though. When I say American Prodigal, you might be thinking the thing, and I want you to know what I'm thinking, because your thing might be the same as mine, but it might not. But here's the deal. America, I love you. I love you, America. I was born in Texarkana, Texas, USA. I am so grateful to have been born in the United States of America. I mean, what privilege and what opportunity we have here, and I love it. So there's that, maybe. And then there's also the word prodigal. And here, I grew up in church, and prodigal, what I always thought I thought it was like about the dude that runs away, wastes all his daddy's money, and then comes back home, and his dad like hugs him. That is a story, but that's not what the word prodigal means. If you look, in fact, my pastor back home in Atlanta, Georgia, this is like an idea we've been living with as a church for a while. Prodigal actually means the one who's been lavished upon. And so for me, being born in Texarkana, Texas, USA, I feel like I've been given a lot. There's been a lot put in my hands that I am to be responsible with. And at times I feel like what has been lavished upon me, I may not have carried in a proper way. And that's where the roots of the record sink to. And now musically, so we had the neon steeple. It's all a progression. I've always made stuff both lyrically and musically based on my geographic location, which means all the people I live life with and that surround me. Basically, the music's just an enunciation of what life is for us, and the music is the same way as the lyrics are. I just sort of absorb. It's like my roots go down, and it just absorbs the surrounding elements, and then that's what comes out. And so I come to Atlanta, Georgia, a few years ago, and I wound up in this little place, Cabbagetown, which happens to be right across the train tracks from the old Fourth Ward, which is exactly where Martin Luther King Jr. was speaking about how God loves everybody and how we're all equal in his eyes, that we're not loved for our utilitarian purpose. However, we're loved because we're all children of God. And so here I am sitting right here where it's in a bunch of people from the Appalachian Mountains in this little mill town community, and this guy had driven up into the mountains and loaded up a truck full of people and brought them back down here to work in this cotton mill. And then across the street there is Dr. Martin Luther King and the old Fourth Ward. And so there's this collusion of music that's happened. And so Neon Steeple was very southern in the sense of you got the Appalachians, and then also it was very future oriented, and you had the 808 kick drum, and which was the Volktronica. Now this American Prodigal thing is a little bit more on the other side of the tracks. It's like I can literally stand with my feet in two different places at the same time, which is kind of like Texarkana, Texas, where I grew up. Half of it was in Arkansas, half of it was in Texas. You could stand and have your feet in two places at the same time. It turns out that there's not much distance between the two, and you can't feel a thing when you do it. So that's what this record is trying to do. It's trying to stand with your feet and say that, hey, we're all coming from the same stream. We're just different tributaries. And this music and the language of it is trying to say you're all loved by God. You're all made in the image of God. You've all got the fingerprint of the Creator on your insides. And I'm just trying to help us all announce our gratitude for where we've been placed in the specific time and place, and to let us all announce that we are known by the Creator of everything and loved by the Creator of everything, and let us not waste what's been put in our hands. That would be American Prodigal.